to Bartending 101. You might have signed up for today's class for a number of reasons, whether you want to learn to take on a new career path or whether you want to prepare for holiday parties. You've come to the right place. I'm going to teach you today how to make 3 drinks. They are the drinks that I made when I was a bartender. I started bartending when I was 19 and I put myself through school.
Wow.
And I knew nothing about making drinks when I started. I didn't know the difference between a Manhattan and a martini or a margarita. So every night I had to take home little flashcards to teach myself how to make these drinks. And on average, bartenders know over 500 drinks.
Wow.
So the learning curve was a little steep, but it was a very enjoyable job. So I'm going to teach you a little bit what I know today. The first thing you'd need to know would be the tools that you'll need to make the drinks. The first one is called a jigger. And a jigger holds on one side 1 ounce and the other side 3/4 of an ounce. And what they've come up with now is a pourer, which automatically, this is a pourer, and automatically pours out 1 ounce. And when I was using the jigger, it was in the bar, a lot of times people would overfill their drinks, and that's why I believe they came up with this to keep their bar costs down, and pass it around so you can see what it looks like. The other thing is the shaker. You fill up your shaker with your ice and you put your alcohol in there and you shake that up and creates the mixed drink. How many of you have heard of a Long Island iced tea?
Woohoo!
Yeah. Well, the Long Island iced tea came about in 1973. There was a gentleman called Robert Budd who worked as a bartender in a restaurant in New York. They had a contest to come up with a new mixed drink, and he won the contest with the Long Island iced tea. This is one of the most potent drinks
That's very
out
cool.
there. And you start with the shaker and you put your ice in the shaker, and then you add your liquor to it. 1 ounce of all what we call our light liquors, and the light liquors are the vodka, the gin, light rum, tequila, and triple sec. Triple sec is an orange-flavored liquor. Then you add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and a splash of Coke, which makes it look like an iced tea, and you garnish it with a lemon wedge. Now, you might not think this is a holiday drink, but if you're going to have your party out by the pool, this is a great drink to have. And once you have one, you won't know what holiday it is.
That is
The next drink is was a very, very popular drink in Wisconsin and Michigan. You don't hear much about it in Florida, but it is still something that you can make. This drink is called the Tom and Jerry. It wasn't named after the cartoon characters, but it was named after 2 characters in a book called Fun in London. And this came about in 1863.
Oh, wow.
This drink has been around a while. So it's manufactured, you start with a batter, and the batter is manufactured in Wisconsin. It is also available on Amazon for $22 for 3 of these cartons. The batter is made up of eggs, sugar, vanilla, evaporated milk, and spices. And so you start with your batter. You put 1 to 3 tablespoons of the batter in your cup. And then you add hot water to it along with either brandy or whiskey. And you don't stir. It's a really unique drink because you don't stir this drink. The batter rises to the top and creates a froth. And then you add nutmeg to that. And it's such a popular drink at Christmas time. In the Midwest, people would always come in, and my parents would always make it a big special event to buy Tom and Jerry mix during the holidays and have it for their friends. Now, if you have guests who don't drink or underage, there's something called a mocktail. And a mocktail is a drink without alcohol. The drinks without alcohol you might have heard of are a Virgin Mary, which is a Bloody Mary without the vodka, or a Virgin Pina Colada, which is without the rum, and a Shirley Temple, which is a brandy Manhattan without the brandy. So the mocktail that I'm going to talk to you about today is called a cranberry sparkler. Cranberry sparkler, this is what it looks like, and it's made with blackberry puree, 2 ounces of cranberry juice, and your sparkling water, and then you garnish it with a lime. So you can take any of your mixed drinks pretty much, or your blender drinks, and make them without alcohol for your mocktail. Now, it's always interesting as a bartender or as if you're hosting a party to give them interesting facts. I'm going to share some facts with you about libations. One is that in Europe, in the cafeterias in high school, they serve alcohol. So get your visas ready to move to Europe. The pressure in a champagne bottle is more than that in automobile tires. Abraham Lincoln had a alcohol license and worked in a number of taverns. And excuse me, a Texas law prohibits drinking more than 3 sips of beer while standing. But the most interesting fact was that our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, was written to the tune of a drinking song. So this will be information you can share at your parties. Thank you very much, and I do hope that you join us for our next class when we learn about blender drinks and margaritas and pina coladas. And in closing, I'd like to say, with or without alcohol, I hope that you have a wonderful, safe holiday.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Very good.